Monster Jam is an experience like no other. A phenomenon that is trending across the world. Born from raw power. Driven by fearless competitors. Strength is measured in horsepower. And emotions that are pushed to their edge. But the true force, the spark that ignites it all, is you, the fans.
You are the roar that pushes us to drive harder.
And go higher.
We need your energy.
So get up.
Get loud. Every clap.
Every cheer.
This is your house. This is your moment.
We can feel it.
We can hear you.
Oakland,
Are you ready?
are you ready?
Are you ready for Monster Jam?
Oakland, this is Monster Jam!
California, you ready? This is JCB Racing. 8 drivers have been randomly seated into the bracket. Now they're going to be racing against the clock. Only one winner can come out in JCB Racing. Now come on, Bay Area, I need you to get loud if you're ready for Monster Jam.
Up first, keep that energy going for Zach Garner, Wild Side. So our JCB Racing, it's truck and driver against the clock. The winner gets the first 8 points of the event. And the driver with the most points at the end of the event, our BKT overall event champion, Zach Garner, Wild Side, staged and ready to go. 10.417. 10.417 for Zach Garner, wild side. So 10.417 will be the time to beat. Our drivers really getting the dynamics of this track down. I think we're just going to keep seeing these times get faster. Our next drivers had the only sub 10-second run this weekend. Let's hear it for Bryce Kenny. Tech Deck, Wreck Deck. .25 for Tech Deck, Wreck Deck. We've got a new fast time in JCB Racing. So 10.25, the new time to beat. Let's hit the gas, make some noise for Caleb Blood, Sparkle Smash! So the yellow lights at the end of the floor signal the driver to fire and stage. When a second yellow light appears, that means the driver's staged. We wait for the green. There will be a 5-second penalty for running over the Monster Jam turn cone. So a 16-second pass for Caleb Blood and Sparkle Smash. 16.767 the time for Sparkle Smash with that 5-second penalty added. Right now, Sparkle Smash in third. Tech Deck, Wreck Deck, 10.25. The time to beat right now in JCB Racing with 5 other competitors remaining. Again, the first 8 points of the event up for grabs going to our JCB timed racing winner. Now let's hear it for Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked. One of the biggest and fastest turtles on the planet. Dalton Widener bringing this Monster Jam truck to life in October of last year. And in his very young career, this is a guy who has World Finals championships written all over his name. Time to beat, 10.25. We're staged and ready to rip. .033. 11.033 the time for Shell Shocked. That puts Dalton Widener in third place right now. Going a little wide in that final turn. Probably could have shaved a second off that time if he had taken that final turn a little tighter. Everyone in Oakland, put your zombie arms up for Bari Musauer as you ride on board with Zombie Stars and Stripes. .907 for Zombie Stars and Stripes. Looks like Zombie Stars and Stripes now in third place. And that final turn looking a little slick for our drivers. In Monster Jam, if you're new, slow is fast sometimes. And this is one of those areas where precision and accuracy matter more than going full throttle. Up next, it's Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. So far, taking every BKT overall event championship this weekend. Going for the sweep today. But it starts with JCB Racing. We're staged. Here we go. .207. Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger right now, the new fast time to beat in JCB Racing. So Tech Deck, Rec Deck bumped to second, Wildside third, Zombie Stars and Stripes fourth. 2 trucks remain in JCB Racing. Let's see those bullhorns. Put him in the air for Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. 25 years, the Crazy Bull has been raging around the world. And at Monster Jam World Finals, one of the original drivers, Lupe Souza, will be inducted into our Monster Jam Hall of Fame. Jamie Garner keeping the legacy alive, pulling to the start line. Ready to go. Oh, getting the cue to restage, pulling a little too far past the start line. All right, El Toro Loco restaged. Here we go. .377 for Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Gravedigger, the time to beat, 10.207. One competitor left in JCB timed racing. 8 points on the line right now. All right, Oakland, let's hear it for Mike Christensen, Vendetta. Second generation driver, and all of these drivers next weekend will be at SoFi Stadium. Back to the points action for Stadium Championship Series West. So a real good opportunity to dial in these Monster Jam trucks. Does Vendetta have what it takes to take the top spot? Almost does it at 10.393 for Vendetta. So close to taking first place in JCB Racing. So that means your winner with a 10.207, Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger.
Tyler, you are back on top with JCB Racing. Talk to us about how you shaved off 0.3 of a point from last night to today.
Yeah, you know, just staying calm, hitting the apexes of my corner, and making a smooth pass is what JCB Racing is all about, to be honest. But you know what, Oakland? We're just getting started out here on Easter Sunday. Are you guys having fun so far at Monster Jam?
Well, this weekend, you have been the combination king when it comes to the skills challenge. Talk to us about how you have that awareness inside of the truck. How do you know where you're at when you have such limited visibility?
I'll be honest with you guys. When I'm doing those combos, I'm really just guessing. So I guess I'm a good guesser. But you know what? I am a little hesitant today. I noticed that dirt lip out there is not quite as tall as it was the rest of the events this weekend. So I'm going to watch what the other guys do before me, see how the track's reacting to the trucks, and make a decision to use that jump or not. Either way, you guys better buckle up because we're about to go for a wild ride. Are you ready, Oakland?
So at the end of the event, we will crown our BKT overall event champion, and that is our truck and driver with the most points at the end of the event. So with our first competition, JCB Racing, Gravedigger takes 8 points for first. Tech Deck, Rec Deck, 7 for second. Vendetta with 6 points in third. Zach Garner, Wildside in fourth with 5 points. Then Zombie Stars and Stripes, Shell Shocked, El Toro Loco, and Sparkle Smash. So with our other two competitions, a total of 8 points on the line for each. And if Gravedigger were to win all three at the end of the event, he would have 24 points and be our BKT overall event champion. So for our next competition, the rest of the drivers need to step it up. And that's going to be our two-wheel skills challenge, where each truck and driver gets 2 attempts at their best tricks, and it's up to you to pick our winner at judgeszone.com. Put in the code OAK and get ready to score that competition. Stoppies, poppers, moonwalks, bicycles. We're going to see some crazy stuff. So get ready for our next competition by going to judgeszone.com right now. Up first, Caleb Blood, Sparkle Smash again. 2 attempts at their best trick. Jumping right into it with a stoppie and a moonwalk. Tried to work in a combo wheelie. We'll see if she can make it happen with attempt number 2.
Let's hear it for Kayla Blood. Sparkle Smash. Scoring is open. Judgeszone.com. Head there right now. Use that city code OAK. You have 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
So 12,000 pounds balancing on those front 2 tires, having the wherewithal to get that balance, forward, reverse, gas, brake, so much going on, and the scores are in. The score for Sparkle Smash is 7.391. Sparkle Smash right now, your leader in two-wheel skills. Up next, Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. And again, with our scoring, you see your fan score pop up. That's the average of everyone in the arena. And then we average that with our expert judge score. And so that's how we get the final score for this competition as well as freestyle later this afternoon. So plenty of room to take the lead, but also lots of room behind Sparkle Smash right now. 7.391, the score to beat. Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco this weekend has been giving us some different options for the two-wheel skills challenge. A lot of the drivers like to start with the stoppie, maybe a little moonwalk, but Jamie Garner this weekend has been going with reverse wheelies. A little too much momentum. You end up on the lid, you do it just right. The crowd goes nuts. Here we go. El Toro Loco, the crazy bull, wanting to be a unicorn right now. Jamie Garner blowing smoke with the wheelie over the Monster Jam pod. Great start right now for El Toro Loco. Didn't need that horn anyway. All right, so Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco, looks like he's going to line up for the same move. They're actually going to grab the horn that's sitting on the ground right now, clear the track for him, so that way no obstacles in the way, doesn't prevent him from executing attempt number 2, two-wheel skills. Who's ready for some more for El Toro Loco? Cue to fire, getting ready for attempt number 2. We're going to get something different here. Can the bull fly? Whoa! Wild moment for Jamie Garner.
Garner, everybody. El Toro Loco. Scoring is open. Judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores now.
Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco, taking the bull for a wild ride, blowing smoke out the nostril while sitting upside down. Our Monster Jam tech officials checking on him right now. But Jamie Garner just kind of hanging around right now on top of the Monster Jam pod in El Toro Loco. If you got that captured on video, use the hashtag Monster Jam for that big moment right there. And now we'll see if the crowd loved it enough to give it the lead. The score for El Toro Loco is 7.295. Second place right now for El Toro Loco. Sparkle Smash, your leader with a 7.391.
Oh, Monster Jam fans, we're just having a great time here in the stands. And I'm with this beautiful family here. Hey, who are you with?
Hi, Jessica. What's your name? Jeff.
Hey, welcome to Monster Jam. You know what? We love to have fun here in the stand, so we're going to play a game for a little prize. Let's see who we have on the Monster Jam video board.
Hey, Monster Jam fans, Tyler Menninga here. Let's play some Great Digger Trivia. What color are the headlights on here? A, white. B, red. C, pink. D, rainbow. If you know the answer, shout it out.
Okay, you have to be paying attention for this one.
Red.
Red?
Yeah. Red.
Red. Okay, let's see if we are correct.
If you guess B, you got it.
You got it, and you know what? Proof is in the pudding. It does have red lights in front. Here you go, buddy. That was Monster Jam trivia. Now back to more Monster Jam.
So Sparkle Smash, current leader, 7.391. El Toro Loco sits in second. And don't forget, not only do we have a BKT overall event championship that we're going to be giving away this afternoon, we're going to crown our St. Jude ambassador of the event. And that is the Monster Jam truck and driver that gets the most donations in their name. So you make a donation, you pick your favorite truck and driver, one of them gets to be our St. Jude ambassador of the event. Right now, Bari Musauer, Zombie Stars and Stripes, getting 36% of the donations on his behalf. And every dollar goes to St. Jude. This is just a friendly fundraising competition. Gravedigger in second. So how do you play? You scan the QR code right there. Then you pick your favorite truck and driver. Then you make a donation, $1, $5, $10, however much you feel comfortable donating. Every dollar goes to St. Jude. We're here to end childhood cancer, keep families together along the way. And if you make a donation right now, you're going to see those bars moving in real time. So if Shell Shocked or Tech Deck Rec Deck get their first donation here in a second, or even Wildside, you're going to see their bar move up. So please, Oakland, we would love to raise $1,000 today for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So if everyone here could scan that QR code and donate $1, we together will be helping keep families together. And one day with St. Jude, we will end childhood cancer. Thank you to those who have already made a donation so far today to St. Jude.
St. Jude supports family. St. Jude is families only, and families never receive a bill from St. Jude.
So they can focus.
On helping their child live. So come on,
Monster
just one dollar to help save their lives.
Well, we want to talk about one of the most important components to our Monster Jam trucks, and that, of course, is the shocks. These trucks are doing big action, whether it's getting 10, 20 feet off of the floor, and the shocks absorb a lot of that landing. We've got Jamie Garner here, and Jamie, talk to us about how the shocks influence the competition.
You know, if your shocks are doing really, really good, you can send that thing all the way to that scoreboard right there. But when you land on your roof like that, the shocks really don't matter because you're landing 100% chassis. But, man, we got the best crew guys back there, UNOH grads and stuff. They work on these trucks every weekend to make them the best they can. That way we can come out here for you Monster Jam fans and do exactly what we just did right there. But, you know, Monster Jam fans, I think we need to see Dalton Wildner hit that exact same ramp right there and do a sky wheelie. What do you guys think? Let's pump him up and let's get him to do it. He's pretty scared of sky wheelies. So we need to talk him up, okay? Come on, Dalton. Let's see a sky wheelie, buddy.
He's pumping up Dalton Widener to get out here on the track and absolutely lay it down. And when it comes to the shocks, specifically here at Monster Jam, they're actually comprised of two different vessels. So one will have the nitrogen, the other one will have the oil, and there's a little dial. And the dial can restrict the flow of the nitrogen and the oil. So talk to us about what is the difference in a shock setup between something like racing and freestyle?
You know, racing, we run ours wide open. We want it to be loose, kind of flopping all over the place. Loose is extremely fast in Monster Jam. When we go to freestyle, like on my truck there, we'll do 4 to 5 turns in that valve that she was just talking about. That stiffens the shock up, so when you send it in huge air, when it goes to land, it doesn't completely pack back down to the bump stop, so it kind of slows everything down. All you're doing is taking the fluid in the cylinder and slowing it way down in freestyle. So when we slow it down, you can really hit stuff. Wait till tonight when you see these guys in here freestyle. We'll go back there, crank these things up, get them really tight, and go to town.
Jamie, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate all of the insight. We're going to get back to the action here in just a moment. Give it up for Jamie Garner, driver of El Toro Loco.
Six drivers to go in two-wheel skills. Score to beat, Sparkle Smash 7.391. And Dalton Widener shell-shocked right now, sitting on the floor, ready for his chance to show Oakland how it's done. Here's a guy, too, who's known for throwing his steering wheel out the window during this competition. We'll see if he does it. Dalton Widener lining up, setting up attempt number 1. It's all about momentum and getting the back tires to pop up just right. So can he do it? Throws it in reverse, walks up the pod, starts to feel the truck leaning a little too far forward, so walks it back down nicely. Can we get a combo? Into a wheelie, let's go! Great setup right there and a fun combo into the wheelie for Dalton Widener, shell-shocked. Almost at that perfect 90-degree angle right now. But trying to get the truck to balance. Don't want it to go too far forward. You're going to have to hit the gas, but now trying to set it backwards a little bit. Another combo for Dalton Widener.
Let's hear it for Dalton Widener, shell-shocked. 20 seconds on the clock. Let's lock in those scores. JudgesZone.com.
From the front tires to the back tires to just wheelies every way for Dalton Widener. Again, this is 12,000 pounds balancing on just two front tires. You're talking about a transmission in a position that it's not supposed to be, vertical. And Dalton Widener makes it look easy. All right, the score for Shell Shocked is 8.304. Your new leader is Shell Shocked. Again, just another Sunday afternoon for Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked. Smooth in two-wheel skills, now has the lead and the score to beat, 8.304. Everybody in Oakland, come on, we want to see those zombie arms again. Here's Barry Moosauer, Zombie Stars and Stripes. Truck designed to celebrate our Monster Jam World Finals coming up, Salt Lake City, Utah, July 4th weekend with the Utah Sports Commission. Not only are we going to celebrate this amazing country, but we're going to crown some World Finals champions. You need to be there. MonsterJam.com, the place to get your tickets. Moonwalk up the pod for Zombie Stars and Stripes. Kind of a stall there. Transmission might not have wanted to shift into reverse right as quickly as he would have liked to, but he pulled it off. And we're going to send it. Why not?
Barry Moosauer's Zombie Stars and Stripes. Scoring is open. JudgesZone.com. Locking those scores now.
Big air from Zombie Stars and Stripes might be one of the biggest jumps we've seen this weekend. When in doubt, send it, baby. And Barry Moosauer did just that. Again, the Zombie Stars and Stripes truck paying homage to this year's World Finals. Get all the info, monsterjam.com. Right now, scores are in, and the score for Zombie Stars and Stripes is 7.289. 7.289 right now. Fourth place for Zombie Stars and Stripes. Up next, our JCB Racing winner and our overall event winner 3 times so far this weekend. Here comes Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Gravedigger looking at the log that he talked about earlier in Monster Jam Trackside. Popper, moonwalk, one tire, sets it back down. Lining up for the same ramp face. We're going to get something different, or we're going to try that again and maybe add a little more zest to it.
Let's hear it for Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Let's lock in those scores. 20 seconds, JudgesZone.com.
Definitely made some lemonade there with the lemons he was handed. Sounds like the transmission not wanting to jump into reverse. You hear that high rev and don't see the truck go anywhere. That sounds like an issue that the Gravedigger team is going to have to look into for freestyle. But Tyler Menninga right there, 1 BKT tire. And we're talking about a 2-wheel skills challenge. Taking it up a notch. Scores are in. The score for Gravedigger is 7.534. 7.534. Second place right now for Gravedigger. 3 competitors left. Next competitor is going to be Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. You'll have to follow Monster Jam on social media to see some of these skateboard-type moves he's been able to do in this Monster Jam truck. Tough break right there for Tech Deck, Rec Deck. The lip of that ramp has been disintegrated by our other drivers, so it's not really given much of a pop there. So Bryce Kenny has to look into another option here. Lining up for the Morgan & Morgan backflip, but in reverse. Taking the level of creativity here up a notch.
Let's hear it for Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Lock in those scores, 20 seconds, judgeszone.com.
For that second attempt, you got to give it on the creativity side of things. In my career, I have never seen a driver attempt to pop the back of the truck up like that using that Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp. And so with it, didn't quite come the momentum to get it up to 90 degrees where he could have walked it back and forth a little bit. But we'll see. Scores are in. The score for Tech Deck, Rec Deck is 4.647. Sixth place right now for Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Room at the top still. Right now, 8.304. Shell Shock, the score to beat. His teammate coming through the tunnel right now and can very easily, with some great skill, take the lead. Here's Mike Christensen, Vendetta. Great setup for Vendetta. Sneaking in a little combo wheelie there at the end. And Vendetta gets another attempt. Mike Christensen likes what he sees. Looks like he's moved to the left just a little bit. Maybe he sees a little bit of an opportunity to comfortably get that truck on those front 2 BKT tires.
Make some noise for Mike Christensen, Vendetta. Lock in those scores on judgeszone.com now.
Awesome and completely successful moonwalk there. Could have probably walked it out the tunnel if he had the space in the room and probably would have done it too. But Mike Christensen, Vendetta, and the super glue glued to the action replay. Nice setup. Smooth walk across the pod and works to set it back down. Almost had an opportunity for a combo there, but figured the moonwalk across the pod. Chef's kiss right there from Vendetta. Scores are in. Score for Vendetta is 7.389. Fourth place right now for Vendetta. One truck remains. Shell Shock score to beat, 8.304. And here comes Zach Garner and Wildside. 8 points on the line. Final competitor in two-wheel skills. Perfect balance from Wild Side. Combo, hold the wheelie, there we go. Again, 8.304, the score to beat. Wildside gets one more attempt. For Wildside's second attempt this weekend, he's also been using the Morgan & Morgan backflip in different ways to get the back of the truck to pop up. We'll see if he's going to do that or something different here. Lining up for attempt number 2. There it is. Creativity, skill, balance on the catwalk right now. And the moonwalk back across the pod.
Let's hear it for Zach Garner, Wild Side. Let's lock in those scores. Judgeson.com, 20 seconds.
Your scores right now determine this next competition winner. Shell shocked right now, score to beat, 8.304. Will the skill, the talent, the creativity, and everything pay off for Wildside? Here we go. The scores are in. Score to beat Shell shocked, 8.304. The score for Wildside is 9.046. Your winner, Zach Garner, Wildside. Former World Finals champion, next week he'll be returning to the home of where he won his World Finals Racing Championship, and he's got a Skills Challenge win in Oakland.
Zach, congratulations. It looked like you had such control over this 12,000-pound, 1,500 horsepower Monster Jam truck. Talk to us about how it paid off for you.
You know what? It felt absolutely amazing. I've been struggling with that second trick all weekend long, and to finally get it and actually get it nice, clean, and smooth and be able to ride it all the way down the pod and back up feels absolutely unreal. Coming into this week, and I told myself we're just going to practice combos. We're getting them finally figured out, and they're not as hard as I was thinking they were going to be.
Well, the action will continue after halftime and after FMX. We've got Monster Jam Freestyle. It has got to pump you up, hearing how wild these fans are for the action.
You know what? As long as you guys get wild, crazy, get loud up on your feet, we're going to get wild and crazy in these trucks. But before Monster Jam Freestyle, we got some of the best FMX riders we got here in the state. So let's get loud for them, boys!
Gravedigger, our current leader for the BKT overall event championship. Wildside right behind him in second. And we've got freestyle motocross, the high flying action coming your way in just a few minutes, plus Monster Jam freestyle. But right now, we're going to see what's happening behind the scenes. We got our Northern Tool and Equipment pit report with KCG.
Well, I just came back in from the pits and I wanted to update you as to how the fleet is doing before we get into Monster Jam Freestyle. First off, I want to talk about El Toro Loco because that took quite a tumble. That truck took quite a tumble in the skills competition. He was upside down for a while, and the good news is there's no severe damage on that truck. In the words of Logan Vessels, the crew chief for El Toro Loco, he said, "I had to dig a lot of Oakland out of the backside of the truck. There was so much dirt embedded into the backside of the truck. He had to dig that out. He removed some of the body pieces from El Toro Loco, and the only other thing they're doing right now is they're refilling the motor with a bunch of oil, because when El Toro Loco was upside down, some of that oil came out." The other update I wanted to give you is on Gravedigger. So when Tyler was trying to do those combination moves, he could feel that the transmission was slipping a little bit. It did get into second gear, or it did get back into first gear, or it did get into reverse. It just took a little bit longer. They've decided not to swap out the transmission. They're going to try to run it for Monster Jam Freestyle, and the only other thing they did was remove the hood. But other than that, the fleet is full. You can expect all 8 trucks for our final competition of the day. Hats off to our UNOH technicians that are working so hard in the back to make today's Monster Jam possible. And before we get into freestyle, we've got the high-flying superstars of FMX. Hold on to your seats. The action is coming back to you in just a few moments.
Monster Jam, you ready for some more fun? Yeah! It is that time for our FMX riders. Oh boy, they're gonna come out and they're gonna be doing some major tricks for you guys. Let's welcome our FMX riders! Let's hear it one more time for our FMX riders. Here we go. First one's up. Wow, Taylor Eddins right there. Coming up next, Braden Putnam. Up next, Dean Pate. guys want to see our FMX performance again, huh? Make some noise, Oakland. Yeah. Taylor Eddins. Braden Putnam. Dean Pate. Woo! That was great. I think they could do a little bit better than that. You want to see them go again, Oakland? Let's do it. Dean Pate. No hands. Yeah. Okay, Oakland. I think these guys got one more in them. You want to see more FMX? Ready, scream. Woo! Yeah, buddy. Jerry LaRue with a nice backflip. Round of applause for our FMX riders. It's not over yet. Oh no. All right, beautiful people, it is that time for our best trick competition with our FMX guys. Now listen, this is how it's gonna work. Each rider will have one opportunity to do their best trick while in midair, and it's gonna be up to you guys to crown the winner. Who's ready for our best trick competition?
All right, Oakland, before we kick this off, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say our energy's at about a 6, 7. We need to take it up to 10, because these guys feed off of cheers and energy and your screams. So on the count of 3, let's take it up to 10. 1, 2, 3. That's the sauce right there. Let's kick this best trick competition off. Up first, Taylor Eddins, one of our 3 riders out of California, ready to lay down his best trick in freestyle motocross. Your scores come in at judgeszone.com. When he comes out that tunnel, let's make some noise.
Woo! Taylor Eddins, what did you think? Right now, head to judgeszone.com. 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
If you see that super glue glued to the action replay, bike is the way it's supposed to be. The rider, the exact opposite of how you're supposed to be sitting when you're riding. But absolute big move right there to kick off our best trick competition. Taylor Eddins bringing it for the California fam here in Oakland this afternoon. And the scores are in. The score for Taylor Eddins is 7.414 for Taylor Eddins. Right now, the score to beat. And up next, a 19-year-old, I think his mom or his grandma was on the YouTube chat talking about, that's my man. Here comes Braden Putnam, 19 years old. Riding with some of the biggest names in Monster Jam freestyle motocross. And just getting started in his early career. And again, as soon as he comes out of that tunnel, let's bring the energy up to 10, Oakland. Woo!
Braden Putnam, everybody. Judgeszone.com. Locking those scores.
He is almost upside down with how just crazy he is with that whip. A classic move that just keeps getting better and never gets old to see. And we'll see if California is still big on the classic right here. All right, score to beat. Holy cow. Score to beat, 7.414. The score for Braden Putnam is 8.617, your new leader, Braden Putnam. Up next, he's swept the competition so far this weekend. We've got Dean Pate. Got that Dean Pate. If you want to follow him on Instagram at Dean_Pate_FMX. Riding a 450 compared to, as you heard, Braden's bike, have a little bit more of a higher pitch. This is a 450. Braden's is a 250cc. And it looks like making some adjustments to his handlebars. Will he go upside down with this trick? When Dean Pate hits the floor, Oakland, makes some noise.
Woo! Dean Pate, everybody. Head to judgeszone.com right now and lock in those scores.
Up in the ante right now. He heard the roar from the backflip, and he added a combo. Tossing in the heel clicker, the first move that he did right side up when we started freestyle motocross. So bringing two of his tricks together there, and it has been successful for him this weekend. Scores are in. The score for Dean Pate is 9.276. Your new leader, Dean Pate. Final competitor, Jared LaRue. Coming out of Arizona, and this is a dude who has done just about everything, ridden just about everywhere in the world on two wheels. Jared LaRue also has beat cancer. There is nothing that can stop this guy. And the score to beat, 9.276.
What? Backflip knack-knack by Jared LaRue. Judgeszone.com, locking those scores, y'all.
Knack flip. So Jared LaRue understanding the assignment. The crowd loves the backflip. And putting a little combo on it too, taking one leg off the bike and putting it on the other side with his other leg. While upside down, by the way. So judgeszone.com, get those scores in. Will it be enough to take the win from Dean Pate? Score to beat, 9.276. The score for Jared LaRue is 8.853. Second place. That means your winner is Dean Pate.
Oh, it ain't over yet. You guys want an encore from our FMX riders? Make some noise. It is time for the Monster Jam Train. Now check this out, guys. Each rider will be going back to back to back on this ramp non-stop while doing their best trick. Again, it's called the Monster Jam Train. Now, Oakland, if you're ready, I need everybody here to give me a really loud choo-choo. Yeah. Lining up right now. Get ready because here they come. Wow. Okay. I think they can do a little bit better than that. What do you think, Oakland? Yeah, I think so too. If you guys want to see another Monster Jam Train, I need everybody to go choo-choo. Yeah. Here they come, lined up, ready to go. Woo! Okay, all right, that was a little bit better, but I think they can do one more time. Let me ask you guys in this section right here, one more time? How about this side, one more time? Okay, how about you guys over here? Yeah? I see you. You guys ready? Now I need everybody at the top. Scream if you're ready. Everybody go choo-choo! Yeah, Taylor Addis, Braden Putnam, Dean Pate, and Jared LaRue. Let's give them all a round of applause. That was your FMX riders. Oh, yeah. We have now our FMX Best Trick Competition winner, again, Dean Pate, everybody. Tell us a little bit about that trick that caused you to win this evening, and tell us a little bit about how that felt.
Man, it's so awesome to be right down the road from my house. I'm 3 hours up the road from Paso Robles, California, man. That trick out there today was a backflip heel clicker. You put yourself in that backflip position. You jump off your bike. You click your heels in the air. It was one of my biggest tricks I got in my arsenal. Oakland, California. What'd you guys think?
Now, our FMX riders come from all over the country. You're here from California. You know, any words of inspiration for anybody here who wants to be in your shoes someday?
Yeah, man, honestly, if you want to be a pro dirt bike rider, you know, I came to my first Monster Jam when I was 3 years old. You know, I seen freestyle motocross. I fell in love with it. I've practiced hard. I've worked hard, just dedicated my whole life to this. I never gave up, never let anyone tell me no, you know, and that's all you got to do is just persevere and go through the steps, and you can be out here. Oakland fans, thank you for showing up here at Monster Jam.
One more time, everybody, for Dean Pate, your FMX Best Trick Competition winner. And if you guys are ready for more Monster Jam, I need everybody to scream!
As we get back to the action like Steph Curry will be tonight, huh, Oakland? How about that? We got Gravedigger in the lead right now for the BKT Overall Event Championship, 14 points. With Wildside in second, right behind him with 13. Shell Shocked and Vendetta teammates sitting there tied for third with 10 points in striking distance of that BKT Overall Event Championship. Then we have Tech Deck, Rec Deck, a tie for 6 with Sparkle Smash and Zombie Stars and Stripes. And then El Toro Loco in 8th. And we've got one competition left, Monster Jam Freestyle, the final 8 points of the event before we crown that BKT Overall Event Champion. So judgeszone.com, be ready to score our winners. We're looking for big air, wow moments, momentum, and who knows, we might even see someone hit the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp. Who wants to see a Monster Jam truck backflip today? We'll keep that energy up because Monster Jam Freestyle is next.
Well, the Monster Jam action has been incredible today, but I've been a little jealous of Jabari because he's getting to hang out in the stands with all of these amazing fans, so I decided to join you guys up here as well. I'm hanging out with Samuel. It's his very first time at Monster Jam, and Samuel, so far of what you've seen, what has been your favorite Monster Jam truck?
Gravedigger.
Yeah, I remember. You told me Gravedigger. Gravedigger's pretty cool. Do we have any other Gravedigger fans in the house? He's currently leading in the chase for the championship here this afternoon, but Samuel and I want to keep the competition rolling. So he is going to pick one of these 3 trucks, Megalodon, El Toro Loco, or Gravedigger, to win this race. Something tells me he's going to go with Gravedigger. Is that your choice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, we're going to count down from 3 and get this race started and see if Gravedigger can take the win. 3, 2, 1. And they are off. Okay, Gravedigger's got the early lead. Let's see if he can hang on to it. Woo, they are flying around that trick. Oh, no! El Toro Loco takes the lead. Do you think he can catch up, Samuel?
Yeah.
I like your confidence. Okay, there's still time left. He's got the lead back, and he soars across the finish line. Let's give Samuel a big round of applause. Nice choice, my friends. And for playing with us, you are taking home your very own Monster Jam Truck and Pal set. Guys, this is so cool. It actually comes with the track and a couple different trucks so that Samuel can recreate all of that action at home. And if you'd like to as well, be sure to check out the Monster Jam Truck and Pal set as well as all of our amazing toys, our Spin Master toys included, as well as the ones up there at the official Monster Jam merchandise stand. We're going to get back to the Monster Jam action here in just a few moments. Well, we're going to get into Monster Jam Freestyle here in just a moment, but first, we want to bring up the energy a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and spin that wheel, but I need your help to kick it off. On the count of 3, we're all going to say spin that wheel. 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, what's it going to be? We got a disco cam up there, a robot cam. Oh, who's been working out? Let's see those muscles, because we got a flex cam. All right, Oakland. Show us your best Rocky. Here we go.
Hold on a second, Casey. That was a nice spin, but I think we can do this again. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. We were having so much fun up here, you decided to come and join us.
Let's do it. Spin it.
Disco. Okay, let's get groovy.
Come on, Mom. Come on, Dad. Some of y'all grew up to this. I know it. Come on, who grew up in the 70s? That was club music for Mom and Dad back in the day, let me tell you. Okay, so I think we're gonna spin it again. Yeah, let's do it. Simba Cam! You're beautiful, Oakland! Yes. Give yourselves a round of applause, because that was absolutely incredible. Now, it is time for us to start Monster Jam Freestyle. I need all your help. Let's turn off all these lights. Let's turn on those cell phone lights all over here in Oakland Arena. I want to see every star, all the way at the top, too. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Super easy. We're gonna wave the trucks in by moving our phones with the beat, okay? Up, down, up, down. Not that song. Up, down, yeah. Everybody go, hey. Yeah! the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. Let's hear it for Zach Garner in Wild Side. Let's lock in those scores. 20 seconds, judgeszone.com.
Great way to start freestyle. Big air, big momentum, use of all sides of the ramp. And now we wait for scores at judgeszone.com. Zach Garner, Wild Side, chasing another World Finals championship, hopefully later this summer. Scores are in. And the first score for freestyle for Wild Side is 7.247. 7.247 is the score to beat. He's in the hunt, but he needs a big score and big freestyles. Here comes Mike Christensen, Vendetta.
Let's hear it for Mike Christensen in Vendetta. Let's lock in those scores, judgeszone.com.
It's Mike Christensen, Vendetta, and our drivers will be joining the rest of Stadium Championship Series West next weekend at SoFi Stadium. As the point series continues, Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger, Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, the top two on that series with just a handful of series points events left. So keep following that at monsterjam.com or join us next week for the action. Scores are in for Vendetta, and the score is 7.687. Your new leader is Vendetta. So Mike Christensen on top with 6 drivers left in freestyle. And after this event, we crown our BKT overall event champion. Your scores will determine so much at the end of this event. And he's looking for big scores after a wild 2-wheel skill. Here comes Jamie Garner. Bullhorns up for El Toro Loco. Truck has shut off, so Jamie Garner still has 75 seconds. The opportunity to freestyle. He is refired. Again, truck shutting off. Hopefully, Jamie Garner can keep it together for 75 seconds. The old bull has seen better days. And a tough break. It looks like no freestyle for El Toro Loco. That will mean no score in freestyle. So a tough break, but the truck just not wanting to play nice here for freestyle. So while we got a second and our JCB Dirt Squad comes out to put a few touches on the track, let's crown our St. Jude ambassador of the event this weekend. Oakland, you have been extremely generous with your donations, helping families we'll never meet and children we're supporting that will hopefully be someday with us at one of these Monster Jam events. And based on your donations, this afternoon, our final St. Jude ambassador of the event with 23% of the donations in his name, Zach Garner, Wildside. So Oakland, round of applause for yourselves and your generosity in helping support St. Jude and ending childhood cancer together. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for an amazing weekend. And on behalf of the families in St. Jude, thank you for your kindness in helping end childhood cancer. And at our Monster Jam World Finals, we're going to be crowning our St. Jude Ambassador of the Year. That's the truck and driver with the most donations throughout the entire season in their name. And you can be there for that, plus the crowning of World Finals champions, plus the celebration of 250 years of America. So we're going to have fireworks. We're going to have fireworks on the track as we crown our racing, freestyle, high jump, 2-wheel skill, World Finals champions. Plus, it is the biggest pit party of the year with all of our Monster Jam trucks and drivers, the most access for you, the fans, and your tickets are calling your name for that July 4th weekend with the Utah Sports Commission at monsterjam.com. Join us for the World Finals if you've never been, and if you did, maybe at SoFi Stadium a few years back, come on back and join us, Salt Lake City, Utah, for the fun. All right, keep your eyes locked to the video board as our next driver is going to do his own introduction.
Oakland, get loud, get ready, because it's time for Tech Deck, Rec Deck Freestyle. Respect the deck, Rec Deck, respect the deck, Rec Deck, respect the deck, Rec Deck, respect the deck.
As I've mentioned, next week our driver's headed to SoFi Stadium to continue Stadium Championship Series West. Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Right behind Gravedigger and Son of a Digger for the top spot. So if you're having a blast today, make sure to get your tickets for that event. Here we go. Looks like he might be lining up for the Morgan and Morgan backflip. Nails it. The truck shuts off on impact. The crowd goes wild. 5 seconds left.
Let's hear it for Bryce Kinney. Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Locking those scores, judgeszone.com.
Not only does the Monster Jam truck look awesome, but when you get the Spin Master Tech Deck, Rec Deck truck, adds a whole new dimension to how you can play Monster Jam at home and skateboard as well. And Bryce Kenny, too, you'll have to follow at Monster Jam to see some of the skateboard style moves he's been doing in this Monster Jam truck. So the scores are in. The score for Tech Deck, Rec Deck is 8.988. Your new leader, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Put some respect on Bryce Kenny's name in Tech Deck, Rec Deck right there. And again, you're going to get to see him and all of these superstars in 1 week. SoFi Stadium, you can get your tickets for that event. Super glue glued to the action, replay, huge backflip, landing so hard it shut the truck off. Refired, hit us with some donuts. And now Tech Deck, Rec Deck, the score to beat. Up next, Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked.
Let's hear it for Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked. Scoring is open, guys. Judgeszone.com. But let's lock in those scores now.
Hitting us with the big air, the donuts, the wheelie walk across the pod, throwing in some skills there at the end. Really putting together a great 75-second freestyle. Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked, has been on a rail this year and last year too, stepping up his game and bringing Shell Shocked to Monster Jam. So scores are in. The score for Shell Shocked is 7.657, or 7.675, 7.675. 5 down, 3 to go. Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Score to beat right now, 8.988. Up next, let's hear it for Caleb Blood's Sparkle Smash. Yesterday's freestyle winner getting the green light. Let's do this.
Blood Sparkle Smash. Yeah, what did you think, Oakland? Judgeszone.com locking those scores now.
Based on the way the track looks, it was a party out there for Sparkle Smash. Kayla Blood having a great weekend, your freestyle winner last night, and really looking forward to the competition next weekend to continue the series in SoFi Stadium. Scores are in. The score for Sparkle Smash is 7.934. Second place for Kayla Blood Sparkle Smash.
Let's do this thing, y'all. Now, Oakland, I know you guys love to do the wave because you guys have been killing it all weekend, so that's what we're going to do now, okay? So we're going to start from section 120. We're going to go down 119, all the way 118, 17, 16, okay? So this is how the wave is going to go. 120, 119, and all the way down backwards, all right? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, wave! Keep going. Hold on, 110. 107, they're coming. Hold up, 103. Okay, we're gonna do this again. 3, 2, 1, go! Ah! I see you guys all the way at the top. Come on. Okay, this time let's see how fast we can go when we get back to 120. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Big and fast. Come on, last one. Go. It's a tsunami. Ah! Come on, last one. And wave out. Yeah, that was the Monster Jam wave. We love it. Give yourselves a round of applause. They still kind of going, but that's okay. Y'all still going? Well, let's wave in Tyler Menninga, Grave Digger.
up, Terry. Put it in reverse.
Let's hear it for Tyler Menninga, Grave Digger. Let's lock in those scores, judgeszone.com.
Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger, bring in the black and green wrecking machine action he promised earlier to freestyle with a transmission that was kind of questionable going into this, but it flew in reverse over that Monster Jam pod. He brought the big air and some of the technical moves there too, balancing for a good 10 seconds on those front two tires. Scores are in. The score for Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger, is 8.564. Second place right now for Gravedigger. One competitor left. Final 8 points up for grabs. BKT Championship on the line. Tech Deck, Rec Deck, your current leader, 8.988. And here comes General Barry Musauer, Zombie, Stars and Stripes. $23 seconds, 22 seconds on the clock. We're going to pause it. He's going to fire back up. Who's ready for more freestyle?
Barry Musauer, Zombie, Stars and Stripes. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores now.
Barry Musauer is a Guinness World Record holder for donuts done in a Monster Jam truck in Zombie. You got a little taste of his donut action right there, but you got all of the taste from racing, from two-wheel skills, from freestyle this weekend. Zombie, Stars and Stripes leads the way to Monster Jam World Finals, Salt Lake City, Utah. July 4th weekend with the Utah Sports Commission. Barry Musauer chasing those elusive World Finals championships. And the final score is in at judgeszone.com this weekend in Oakland. The score for Zombie, Stars and Stripes is 8.041. That means your freestyle winner, Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. And now we add that 8 points to Tech Deck, Rec Deck's score. We're going to see who our BKT overall event champion is. With a total of 21. His fourth BKT overall event championship this weekend. It's Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger.
Tyler, congratulations to you and your team. You have swept the weekend as far as overall event championships go. Arenas are the foundation. It's the root of your career. And although you haven't been in one in the last couple months, it's like you never missed a beat.
Yeah, you know what? It's awesome to come out here and go 4 for 4 on the weekend, but I truly could not do it without these two guys right here. They work their tails off night and day on that Gravedigger truck so I can come out here and abuse it on this track for all you great Oakland fans. Oakland, this feels awesome right here inside of Oracle Arena, baby. 4 wins in a row in front of some of the best fans in the world. You guys are what drives me and what drives Gravedigger. Without you, this team would be nothing, guys. So for that, I love you guys, and I will see you next time!
Wow. Wow, Tyler might need a mint after that yelling. Great job, Tyler!
Well, we gotta take a moment to hear from our freestyle winner, Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Bryce, big momentum, big air, and as soon as you landed that backflip, these fans went wild.
I tell you, we say sometimes that we can hear you Monster Jam fans over a 1,500 horsepower engine. In Oakland, you proved it here tonight. I could hear you. I think you yelled so loud and shook my truck so much you shut it off right after the backflip, didn't you? I know, Oakland, you had a blast. I had a blast. It's Easter Sunday. That W's not for me, baby. It's Resurrection Sunday. That's for my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But today, we get to celebrate you too, Oakland. Thank you, Monster Jam fans, for years of support. And guess what? We're just getting started. There is no competition when it comes to Monster Jam, baby. This is the best of the best. Oakland, who had fun tonight?